Hey guys, welcome to our Supernatural After Show. We can't wait to talk to you all about this episode. We've got special guest in the house, Rutherford. We're going to come at you guys right now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We're back! And Rutherford's bigger than ever.
I know. It's fantastic.
He wanted to join the panel today.
Isn't he adorable, guys? Look at that face.
Guys, this is Rutherford B. Hayes.
Hi, Rutherford. You're so cute.
He's going to hang out with us as long as he doesn't cause too much trouble, which he already
has already started.
Trying to like.
No, but I needed this because this episode was hella creepy. So seeing beautiful Rutherford's face makes me feel so much better.
I'm sitting here watching right now.
You're so cute.
I can't, you guys. Hi. Hey guys, we are back talking all about Supernatural. My name is Lyndsey Wegner. You can tweet me at Lyndsey Wegner. Find me all things social media there. You can actually find Rutherford B. Hayes on my Instagram as well if you want to follow him because he posts some cute stuff.
Oh my God,
and tonight I'm joined by Alexis Torres.
Hey everybody, you guys can find me all over the interwebs at atorres890. That's ATORRES 890, and also just oogling how beautiful Rutherford is. Her first son, it's amazing.
Well, and she's got her Supernatural shirt on today.
I do. I got
with
the boys.
all the many faces of the boys
Isn't that
and
nice?
Dean's mugshot.
It's like my favorite.
Oh my God, Dean! This episode with that girl was.
What?
I was so jealous.
Hey man, like it's actually kind of nice to see Dean kind of back in the groove of things since it's mostly just been him and Sam and Cass dealing with stuff. So I think he's feeling a little bit more comfortable now. I feel,
Yeah, like you said, he's back in the groove. Maybe we should have played Madonna's Get in the Groove.
No. I love that song, so I was really happy that you played it
for you guys.
Hell yeah.
So we're talking about Supernatural season 12, episode 18, The Memory Remains. Okay, Alexis, I thought the episode was interesting, and I mean, we got a Monster of the Week episode.
Yes.
We knew we weren't going to really get too much before this little mini break that we're getting next week. We're going to have a week off.
Yeah.
We knew we weren't going to get major information before that. So what did you think?
I mean, I enjoyed it because the fact that we finally got, like I said, it's not like a filler episode, but it's our Monster of the Week episode. So there's a lot more, we're back to our antics with the brothers. I did like that we did get the Men of Letters back in this episode because I thought we weren't going to see them at all. I thought it was just going to be our Sam and Dean adventures through another town kind of thing. But I was really glad that we got that because it still technically pertains to plot.
I love how they connected that in by Mr. Ketch being the one. We knew obviously somebody had to be behind mixed text messages and whatnot. So it being Mr. Ketch and then him even talking at the end, I thought was great. So let's get into this episode.
Yes,
guys. Rutherford's really cute. Thank you. For all being awesome. So we're in Tomahawk, Wisconsin, which is actually super, super northern Wisconsin, up by Rhinelander.
I was gonna ask you about this because you're my Wisconsin expert.
Yes. My first roommate in college was actually from Rhinelander.
No way.
Which is close to Tomahawk. And there's a Tomahawk Lodge in Wisconsin Dells. And the phone number is one number off from mine.
No way.
And I know this because I get phone calls at 6 o'clock in the morning. My water's not running in my unit. And I'm like, hi, this is a personal cell phone. And they're like, well, why isn't my water running?
What?
And I'm like,
don't be rude.
You've got the wrong number. That's why it's not running. It's not the one. But Tomahawk, Wisconsin, typical bonfire with friends, booze, people making out at the bonfire.
Also people watching people make out.
People watching people make out.
That was awkward.
Maybe if you're lucky later, Rutherford and I will share a little
kiss. Yeah, because Rutherford is quite the affectionate dog.
Very, very affectionate.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's so cute. And he's like,
guys?
Mom, give me lipstick. But yeah, I think it's interesting how, because I guess because I've always grew up in LA, the only way you can get a bonfire is if you A, have a fire pit in your backyard, which is very rare, or B, you go to Dockweiler Beach and have a bonfire out there. So I think it's always interesting to see. I guess that's why I've always loved Supernatural, is the fact that I get to see stuff from different states.
Exactly,
like that,
all over the Midwest.
Yeah, because I've never experienced that. And my fiance, who lives in Delaware, his family's in Delaware. He lived in Pennsylvania for college and things like that. He got to do stuff like that all the time, and I'm like, feel like I'm missing out until, you know, guys with goat heads are killing people in the forest. Just saying, y'all. Don't see that in California.
Okay, because this goat guy gets one of them. One of them takes a walk, and the goat guy gets him with this little money trap thing.
Yeah, that was
booby
weird.
trap. It was weird. Why?
Yeah, because it was wires, right? That hooked him up to the tree.
At first, I was afraid it was barbed wire, and I got really scared at first. But it wasn't. But I got scared at first that it was barbed wire. That would be a typical Wisconsin most serial killers are from Wisconsin.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I always thought they were from Florida.
There's like Jeffrey Dahmer, Ed Gein.
Is he from Wisconsin?
They're all from Wisconsin.
Oh, no. Well, Lyndsey is amazing, and she's from Wisconsin, so.
I'm not a serial killer, guys.
No.
But anyway, so one guy, we see him get killed or definitely get beaten up.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what was happening there.
Again, Dean's calling Cass. It's going straight to voicemail. Nobody knows what's going on with Cass. They've been, even Sam can't really find much information about the Princes of Hell, which is obvious. Yeah. That they can't find anything. And they get an email from Mick saying there's a case. Mm-hmm. So they find out that once a year, every year since 1897, someone has disappeared from Tomahawk, Wisconsin. So this has been going on for a while. Yeah. So we're going to get to the bottom of this. Dean and Sam go to Wisconsin. Sheriff's not much help there.
He's kind of weird, isn't it?
Working on his taxidermy, stuffing
a ferret, I think.
Yeah. Weird.
Yep.
There's a lot of weird people in Wisconsin. There's a lot of weird people everywhere, but it's just and we find out a little bit of backstory behind Jared, the kid that was killed, that his dad abused him and he couldn't get out of the house, and so he's kind of been a troublemaker. It sounds like the friend's kind of a troublemaker too, as he's smoking pot, which, you know, Sam and Dean are like totally fine. Like, what's going on? Where was your friend? What happened? We'll believe what you have to say. Yeah. And he tells him about this goat man, and the sheriff's not listening to him, won't believe him.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, as we get through the episode, we know why he's kind of just playing it off like nothing's going on, which I was like, you're a little suspicious, sir.
Well, the Black Bill. Hold on, boo.
But yeah, I think I didn't even know what it was called. So when they said Black Bill, I was like, is it? That sounds like a pirate name. And then I love how Dean was like, so this pirate guy.
It's totally a pirate. An urban legend from 1907. Black William has the head of a goat. If Sam can figure out what it is, Dean will figure out a way to kill it. Obviously using the Colt. Meanwhile, Dean is flirting with this waitress.
Dude, hardcore too, which again, I'm really happy that he got his group back. Good for him.
But Sam already knows what he's going to do. He already knows the line he's going to use. And
says, I know.
Don't do the coffee line. The coffee is hot. Kind of like.
I'm sorry. Dean is usually smoother than that. That is so cheesy. But it also makes sense.
It's really
for Dean,
cheesy.
Though. Like, it's kind of fantastic how amazing it is.
So, Darren's at the meatpacking place where he works, and Pete, his boss, tells him that he's been clocking in late and that he's been using the excuse of Jared and it's got to end and there's a big day tomorrow, which we're not quite sure what it is. He leaves work and he gets attacked by the goat man.
Right.
I thought he was killed.
You thought so?
I thought he was killed.
Okay.
But did you think he was killed?
I thought...
He's hitting him with that huge mallet.
Well, I thought it was weird because I thought in the forest his friend was decapitated, and then when he got pulled out of the car, it was a hammer, but I could never tell if it was if you just hit him very lightly. And also in my head, I was also going, why wouldn't you just kill him right away? Like, what was the point of putting him in a freezer? But now I know why.
Well, we find out why. So Dean and the waitress clearly have a thing going on as Sam is there waiting for him at breakfast, and they come in.
He was just waiting for him. Like, I know they're gonna be back here because he went with the waitress
and he goes
to come to
see
work.
You later. It was an awesome night. We find out that this thing is called, actually what we think it's called is a satyr, a half man, half goat. Pan is the flute. So the creatures have uncontrollable lust. They lead people to orgies and then feast until their belly is full. And we find out from Darren's mom, according to Sam and Dean, that he never made it home from work last night. So this leads the boys to the Bill Hook meat packing plant.
What a mouthful.
It's a big day today because the health inspector's coming, and they're not really worried about that, but the fact that the equipment's older. So they're going to potentially get shut down, and the equipment isn't up to date, and the sheriff is spending money on other things, and he's the owner of the plant. We can tell there's a little contention between Pete and the owner, and he says that, there is this myth that the parents told their kids not to go into the forest alone at night, but it's just an urban legend.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Darren's locked in one of the meat coolers at the plant. He finds Jared dead, and then the goat man comes for him.
Yep. I thought it was also very interesting because that the meat locker that they were in was just in red. So I don't know if that was like an artistic choice, if the freezer was actually red. I wasn't quite sure what they were doing because it felt like The Shining kind of, and I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I enjoy it.
I mean, here's the thing. With it being as big as it is, I don't know the lighting situation. Like, obviously, I've been in restaurant, like, coolers, big walk-ins.
Yeah, same here. And it's never been like that.
It's never been like that. There's either a light or not. Guys, I have a crazy, horrible, scary, haunted story from one of the first jobs I had. And I locked myself in the freezer because I was so scared.
Are you serious?
I closed the freezer door behind me, and I pulled it shut, and I just, like, cried.
Oh my God, did someone come find you?
I like went out a couple minutes later.
Okay, that's good.
But there were ghosts in the restaurant hotel that I worked at, and it was known that there were ghosts there, and they were moving the pots and they were turning the water on and off, and I saw one in a reflection on the refrigerator. And I literally went in the freezer and locked myself in there. And I was on the phone with my mom, and obviously the phone call dropped.
Yeah, because you're in the freezer.
And I was like, I can't go out.
Okay. Yeah, nope. Honey Bunch is a nope.
So yeah, I guess it was an artistic choice. Thanks, Rutherford. Yeah, just chill over there.
Yeah, just
be a guest. Be a good boy.
Yeah, just hang out.
Yeah. So they're eating at the diner. They find out that all the victims have actually worked at the meat packing plant.
Right.
Black Bill is definitely connected. The Bishops have owned everything in the town. It's a company town, and the sheriff has been selling everything off except the plant and the family estate.
Right.
Which is when Sam gets a text from Mick, who's just checking in.
I love it, just like, Mick, checking in.
Which we find out means the coast is clear. And Mick and his, like, work assistants.
Yeah, like his, like, posse.
Get into the bunker.
Crew.
They're investigating. They want to know everything, including how many ratty flannel shirts that Dean has.
I loved his banter the entire way through. But I was a little worried he was going to find something he didn't like, and he kind of did.
Well, he also finds out that they have the cold, and they need to find out where that's at.
Yes.
So this is also there. That the other thing makes me scared more.
Yeah.
Than this does.
Yeah, because the fact that I didn't even think about that until it happened. I was like, oh, well, crap. You know.
Yeah. This is tricky.
Yeah.
So Dean and Sam are at the Bishop estate. They find a door that's got multiple padlocks on it leading to the basement. When they get down there, they see saws, knives, all sorts of like meat packing utensils.
Yep, gross.
And the sheriff shows up and goes into the basement and tells him his family has a secret. They say Black Bill isn't real. It's actually been them this entire time. Growing up, his father would tell him stories that a monster lived under the house that made their family rich. All they had to do was feed it human blood. Gross. And it goes back for years. Someone always wore a mask, basically for Moloch, a god of sacrifice. His people bound Moloch and locked him away, starved him. And their family let the god get so hungry he'd do anything for blood. So basically, when Barry, who's the sheriff's dad, died in 1997, he stopped it. He was like, this is the end of it. I'm not doing it anymore. But he wanted to help but leave a legacy, so the sheriff has never killed anyone, kept the Moloch locked up, hoping he would starve to death. But when Sam goes to look into, like, the grate, he's not there.
And I hated that tension of just, like, waiting for it to pop out, and then it was
Me
just
too.
silent.
I was like, it's gonna, like, stick its hand up.
Yeah, and I was like waiting for it. I was, like, taking my headphones off a little bit and waiting, and then I was just like, oh, well, all right.
Nothing there.
Curse you, supernatural writers.
We hear a noise upstairs, so Dean goes upstairs and sees this goat man. He gets knocked down the stairs when we figure out that it's actually Pete, who then locks Sam in the basement. Sam and the sheriff break out of the basement and track Dean's cell phone back to the meat packing plant. But before we get there, let's talk about Mr. Ketch.
Okay, well, before we move on to that, I wanted to know, did you think it was Pete?
No. I had a feeling the second that he had the conversation with Darren.
Okay.
And he's like, you're late. Like, he was in charge, and he was kind of, I don't know, he was just giving me that vibe.
Right.
That something was was not quite
Yeah, because I thought
right.
I knew that there was something fishy about Pete, but I didn't think that it would actually end up being him at all.
We met so few people. Think about it in the episode. We only met the sheriff. I mean, it wasn't going to be the waitress.
No. Can you imagine, though?
That might have been a twist.
That would have been the best twist.
Actually, that's what it should have been.
I think it would
was
have
the
been
waitress.
funny.
It would have been more of a twist.
Yeah, can you imagine Dean's, like,
Because
reaction?
it could have been his sister. Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, I didn't even think about that.
What do you guys
Lyndsey,
think
you're
about
so
that?
smart.
Let me know what you think about that. If you think the sister would have been more of a twist than it being the, like, meatpacking guy.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Are you choking on something?
Oh, boy.
You okay, pal?
Nah, he's fine.
He's all right. He's just looking at us, guys.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Ketch and the team are installing sound recorders, cameras. They're photographing and logging everything. Mr. Ketch even finds Dean's porn stash and also a bunch of black T-shirts.
I don't know. Is that, like, I know that I used the word canon, but I don't remember there being that many black T-shirts from them. Who's that from?
It's got to be him that he just wears underneath his...
Flannel?
Yeah.
Really?
So...
I thought he changed it, like, you know what's sad? I can't remember what kind of shirts he wears under his flannel, or if we even see the shirts.
I mean, I wish he didn't wear any shirt under his
Correct.
flannel. And just had it unbuttoned just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But no, but I feel like I've seen him with gray shirts
He usually wears, like, usually wears an undershirt underneath them, for sure. And Sam, too.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So
but
he's got a whole drawer of black T-shirts.
Ketch was just like, is there something he's hiding? No, these are just all
this is it. This is weird. Porn stash and black T-shirts. And then he goes in the bedside table, finds a gun obviously on top, but also sees a picture, some pictures of Sam and Dean with Mary, and then particularly a picture of Mary and Dean.
Dun, dun, dun.
And the music stops. The music's been this kind of like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Like
weird.
music, kind of like uppity, like Scooby-Doo kind of music.
Yeah, it was like
And then all of a sudden, it stops right when he sees that picture and stares at it.
And it didn't hit me till I was like, no, because I was like, he's not gonna notice. Oh my God, he noticed.
Yeah, he noticed.
Yeah, insane.
I mean, he knows that it's their mom.
Well, no, I knew that, but I didn't think that he was like, oh wow, she looks exactly the same as they did when they were kids. Wait, what? And then just kind of like freaked him out, you know? I don't know.
Oh,
I just didn't think that he would think of it that way.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I thought he would just look at it and be like, oh, that's so cute, and then just move on. And then he realized, he was like, oh, snap.
Yep.
JK.
Something's up here.
But I
didn't even think of that.
Right? She looks exactly the same. But I'm afraid now, because I'm like, what if he kills her because he thinks that she's
well, this is now going to give him the reason to kill her, because he's going to know she's some otherworldly creature.
Yeah, which is not even her
fault.
fault.
My guys. I was like, why is he staring at this? Is it because he's like so attracted to her?
I thought the same thing, because he smiled, remember?
Duh.
He smiled and he was like, Mom, and then the music changed and I was like, no, don't kill her. She didn't even ask for this.
No.
God's sister brought her back as a token of her gratitude. It's not fair.
They all leave once they're done getting everything in. Dean wakes up and basically Pete explains that he went to the house looking for his brother Barry, the sheriff. Basically, they have different moms, same dad. Barry got to grow up in the mansion while he got to grow up in a double wide.
Yeah, he's pretty upset about it.
And he's like, you got jokes. But Pete has a god. He's like, I stole the Moloch. And he went to the house looking for something to sell. The Moloch told Pete he would make him rich and he would solve all his problems. All he had to do was feed him. He was starved for 20 years, but this will get his mojo going by feeding him Jared and Darren. And he's going to need, obviously, a few more people. He was going to feed him Barry, but Dean's here, so that'll do. And
I mean, it is a Winchester.
He locks him into a freezer. Sam and the sheriff arrive at the meat plant. Dean sees one of the boys' bodies being pulled away by the Moloch. He breaks free from the chair, yells out to Pete, grabs a meat hook. He's searching for the Moloch. Pete and Sam collide. He knocks him out of the way. Barry actually tackles him, but he gets out of it and pulls out the Colt.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that.
I was a little nervous about that too, that he was going to shoot Barry with his Colt, and I was wondering what was going to happen. But we obviously didn't. Last week, Eileen shot Rennie with the Colt.
Oh, yeah.
So it was no, like, different than any other gun with a
Correct.
human.
But still.
It's still like using it on.
Yep. And the fact that we don't want to lose bullets at this point in time. I mean, I know they can probably make more, but like, we're, we need to...
let's save what we have.
I'm also just worried because if he can get his hands on the Colt, I'm just worried that he can, that they'll lose it. Because you know how the boys are with their Colt. They lose it all the time. And I'm just scared that if a normal human can get it, I feel like the men of letters can get it back.
Absolutely.
I guess I should say. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like this.
Well, thankfully, Sam shoots Pete.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
They break into the meat locker. Dean does make contact with the Moloch using the meat hook, but he knocks Dean out, and Sam gets into the freezer shooting the Moloch with the Colt. Mm-hmm. It flashes and does the kind of lightning through the body type thing, and then he disappears into a
pool of blood.
Melts.
Yeah, I thought it was a pool of blood because it's made out of blood, and I was like, gross.
I mean, it was kind of an interesting way to see him go, and obviously like you said, because he's been feeding on blood, he essentially is made up of blood. I
mean, but it's insane though, because I feel like it's very interesting because we know that the Colt can, as they said quite a bit, that they could dust anything. That I didn't really know exactly what it would mean, because some people they kind of blow up or they become dust or something like that. But I just like that. I'm hoping that because now that we have the Colt back, that we'll be able to see different types of monsters die in different ways.
That's really exciting. I think that that's something that we can look forward to. I mean, obviously, we haven't had the Colt for so long.
Well, yeah, because the boys keep losing it, or they do a deal, and then the Colt ends up going with them, or being buried, or something like that, and it's frustrating.
We got a lot of information. As the end of the episode kind of wrapped up, Scene asked Dean how he's feeling. He's like, oh, well, I just went 12 rounds with a god.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm feeling. And the sheriff actually says he's going to take care of Pete's death. Yeah. It's on him. It's his legacy. So this is what I thought was really, really, because I looked at the time when all this was happening, and I'm like, 37 minutes in, this is when we're seeing this monster. Yeah. We've got, 23 minutes left. That's a lot of time left to talk and discuss something. So when Sam and Dean get back to the bunker, Dean reminds Sam that even though their family is crazy, at least they don't have a goat family.
I mean, they're not far off.
But what will Sam and Dean's legacy be? And I loved this.
Well, because, I mean, I feel like as us Supernatural fans, we're going on almost 12 seasons now. 12 seasons? 12 seasons, almost seasons. 13, about
we're
to be 13.
13 next.
That's a long time. We've seen them since they were practically youngins, so it's very interesting to see what their legacy will hold, if the 13 will be their last season or not. We don't know. But it would be very interesting to see what happens in 100 years.
Well, I felt like this episode, as they were talking, it was almost kind of final.
Right?
Like they were getting their goodbyes out, and I'm thinking, you guys have season 13 left.
No, and I know we all know what's going to happen, but remember, every time when we have a season with the boys, I feel like that they always end up trying to get something sentimental and kind of goodbye-y, and then one of them dies, as per usual, and then we get one of them back the beginning of the next season. But I'm like, what's gonna happen if, let's say, they can't do that?
One of them can't come back.
One of them can't come back. How are you gonna do with season 13? That would suck. So I don't know.
Well, I love that they said the people they saved, that's their legacy. They will remember them, but eventually they'll fade away too. But they left the world better than they found it, which is what we always come back to at the end of the day, the greater good. They've done good more than they've done bad. They've saved a lot of people that have now started families or can go on with their lives in peace or feel some sort of sense of just closure to certain situations. And what about the bunker? What will happen to it? Will Hunter move in and keep fighting the fight? And they hope so. And I love this little flashback, seeing Dean carve his name into the table, and back to seeing them carve it in Baby and Sam too. And Dean says they need to call Mick to debrief. So he calls him. Ketch answers and says that Mick flew back to London last night after the unpleasantness with Dagon and Rennie. Mick has obviously a lot to answer to. And from now on, they'll report to Ketch. And Dean's not a big fan of it. He goes, I don't like it either. I'd rather be working with Mary hunting. And I was like, Yeah, would you?
That was
You'd
gross.
rather be knocking boots.
Yeah, gross. I just love how like the boys don't know, yeah? Or did they find out?
They don't know yet.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because in my head I was going, they looked like they were like, well, that was weird, like they knew, but I was like, no, they don't know yet. But I'm just trying to figure out how he's gonna handle Mary after this, So when he said that, I didn't know if it was like, yeah, well, I just rather would be with your mother right now, finding chupacabra in, what was it, Mexico, I think, or something.
Oh, sure.
Texas.
So, it's like, yep, that's.
It was just awkward. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
Dean mentions they beat a god and won. They hang up the phone, and obviously the place has been bugged. So Ketch hears Dean talking about not liking him, and stares once again at the picture of Dean and Mary.
Dude, man, I don't know. It's freaking me out. I mean, I would have rather it been a sentimental picture, but I'm like, no, he knows. There's something going on, and he needs to know what it is, or if he's going to kill Mary like the monster that he claims that she is. I don't like it. I don't like it, Lyndsey. I don't want it to happen.
I don't like it either, and we all know there's going to be some sort of showdown between Ketch and the boys and Mary, and they're going to have to choose. Somebody's, and I'm afraid we're going to lose. I'd rather lose Mary than one of the boys.
I mean, it's nice having her back, but we knew that wasn't going to last, but it also sucks because I also didn't want her to go down like that.
And this situation with Ketch makes things even more complicated, which of course it does.
Yeah.
So let's get into, okay, so you guys, next week we're obviously off for this little break they're doing. It was supposed to come back on April 27th. Unfortunately, we are both going to be out of town. I'm going to be in New York for a few days for a little vacation. I haven't been in New York since I was 17 years old. So
Dude, that's awesome.
Taking a little vacation with some of my friends, and we're just going to New York for a few days. So I'm sorry, I won't be here. And unfortunately,
I'm also not going to be here because I will be on my East Coast bachelorette party extravaganza. So I know, right? So I'll be gone. Literally, I'm leaving Thursday morning. So we have 2 weeks off.
We're gonna have 2 weeks off here. We'll come back on May 4th.
Yes.
And discuss both episodes, probably be a little bit more in depth with the episode that airs that night.
Yes.
You guys can obviously tweet us, and we'll talk about what happened the week before. I come back on Saturday, so I can talk with you guys as soon as I'm back Saturday or Sunday about what happened that week. But so when they come back on the 27th, we see that Dagon telling Kelly that when the Nephilim is born, Kelly's going to die. Sam and Dean finally catch up with Cass. But he's dealing with the demon that Dagon has kind of sent onto him. And Dagon has Cass by the throat, and the boys are shooting her. And Cass says, this is going to be more difficult than we think, obviously.
I'm like, okay, I don't know if it was just me, but Cass looked a little pale, didn't he?
Yes.
When he opened the door. So I was like, what have you been up to? 1, 2. I mean, we know that he hasn't been around, but I'm also trying to figure out like exactly what he's been up to. And 2, he looks like he started to get better as the preview went on. So I don't know if that happens in the middle or at the end. Also, does he know how to kill her?
Does the cult, she disappeared when they shot at her last time. Yeah. So if she's unaware of it, could it kill her?
I mean, I don't know, because, I mean, she can disappear, whenever she wants. So I'm not quite sure if the cult goes through her, like how that bullet did in the beginning.
And she's, like, invisible?
Yeah, like, do you think it, like, I'm not quite sure if it will actually catch, or if she could just, not disapparate, what's the word? Yeah, like, gosh, I don't know what it's called, but you know what I mean? Like, she can, like, hover or move around, transport. I don't know what the word is, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, pretty much she can go in and out wherever she wants. So
teleport?
I don't know. Thank you. Yes, teleport. Dear God, it is late. But, like, teleport wherever she wants. So I don't know if they shoot the cult in time, will it catch her right in between, and kill her that way? Because clearly regular guns is not working.
No, there's got to be, I mean, they killed, what was his name? With the cane thing? With the
oh gosh, yes, I know what you're talking about.
The other Prince of Hell that was working with Dagon earlier.
Yes.
They killed him with that like staff type thing that came from back in the day and had powers.
Yes.
That's how they killed him.
So you think that there might be another ancient back in the day kind of weapon that they have to use instead of the cult.
I think otherwise they're going to have to try and get it out of Lucifer, or they're going to need Rowena's help, which is going to bring Rowena back into helping them figure out a way to kill Dagon and use some sort of spell.
Or at least have Rowena help them deliver the baby without killing our host. I
don't care about Kelly.
I know, correct.
She brought this, she's brought this now onto herself. It's getting bad that, like, I shouldn't say that because I've never had a child.
Yeah, but at the same time, she
Rutherford.
knew.
I've never had a child.
Fur babies are different.
So, I mean, what would I do if somebody came to me and said, "You are birthing the devil"?
Yeah, that's rough. You know,
would you go through, like, do you believe them? But I think she truly does believe it's going to be the devil. That's the thing. That's what makes me question this whole situation, because I think she truly believes she's birthing something that isn't.
No, I mean, she's. Oh, sorry, Rutherford. I mean, she knows because she's seen the supernatural and everything. You know, at this point, she can already sense when Dagon is around. Like, I think she knows what she's getting into, but she doesn't care, and that's fine, because clearly she knows that she's gonna die at the end of this, or maybe she doesn't. I don't know. Maybe she thinks that she'll survive it in some way, shape, and form through willpower, through magic. I have no idea. But I'm just trying to figure out how they're gonna add Rowena besides trying to put Lucifer back to where he needs to go. Yeah. You know, I was just wondering if they're like, okay, you're gonna have this baby soon. We're trying to save you. Maybe we can ask Rowena. Maybe she knows a spell or something. Yeah. We can just, like, get it out of you. In my head, I was like, can you do a C-section? Can you do that? No.
I mean, is it just because it's coming through the? Is it just because he wanted to come back, guys? So is it just because it's coming through the birth canal that it's going to kill her? I think it's going to kill her no matter what.
Because I didn't know if it was going to be like an alien situation where it's like,
Is it just because she loses all this blood because it's literally going to rip its way out of her?
I mean,
we don't know.
Because, you know, like, I mean, I've only seen like 2 of the Twilight movies, but you know when, like, Becca breaks her back?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was thinking it was going to be. I mean, clearly she still has a baby, but, like, she dies as it's happening. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's the same case. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm a huge Twilight fan or anything. Not. But I did see the movie, and I was like, that is insane. Mm-hmm. That could technically happen in this situation. I just don't know if they
turned her to the vampire, right? They did. That's what they had to do. They had to turn her because otherwise she was going to die.
Yeah, but they can't do that.
They can't do that with Kelly.
She's not a vampire. She's not. She's just a regular human being. Yeah. So I don't know.
I did see somebody, John Joe, who said hi, ladies, and he loves us, by the way. Hi, John Joe. He did say he thinks Ketch will actually kill Mother Superior because he's got the feels for Mama Winchester.
True.
I don't know if he's going to go against.
I think so,
Mick was able to be persuaded. I don't think Ketch is going to be able to be persuaded.
Yeah, but I also like what Casket Fan said. Casket Fan number 1 said the cult can kill Dagon because it killed the yellow-eyed demon, which was her brother. So maybe? Question mark?
And someone's writing too, still waiting for them to tell me what all 5 things in creation the cult can't kill. Giovanni.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Is that tasty? But yeah, no, I agree. What the weird thing is with Supernatural, there's always a loophole. You know what I mean? Sure, the cult can kill her, but maybe she knows something that we don't, you know? So, I mean, I feel like it's easy enough that she is going to die with the cult, but I feel like that's never easy for the boys. There's always going to be something. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. And also same thing with Kelly. I feel like they're going to try, and I don't think she's going to make it.
I mean, I do hope, obviously I hope that they do try and figure out a way to make her be the first one to live birthing a Nephilim. That would be great.
But at the same time, this is also Supernatural that never works out for our victims. Like, really, like, let's be honest. You know, anytime there's a host involved in something, they usually don't make it. Look at friggin' Chuck. Look what happened to Chuck. He was God for frick's sake. Like, you know what I mean? And he didn't even make it, which sucks, you know? But, like, she's just a regular old human.
Right, yeah. She's got no special powers. No. There's nothing there.
I mean, again, she can use all of that willpower that human body has, but no, I don't think so. I mean, again, I don't want it to happen, but I also, it won't bother me.
It's not going to, like, make you lose sleep at night.
It's not, because 1, it's a fictional character, and 2, because she's a side character.
Although we've all been I've been continuing to see people writing about the fact that Mick's gone. They're really still disappointed that he's gone.
I agree. I wanted him to last throughout the entire season.
Spoiler alert, guys. I've been talking to David, who plays Mr. Ketch.
Yeah.
And he's going to probably come in and chat with us.
Yeah.
And last week he emailed me and he goes, do you still want me to come in after what I did? And
Yeah,
I am so mad at you right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can talk to you right now, but yes, I still want you to come in because I want to pick your brain and I want to know what you
thought of this this arc that that your character has, especially because if we get what I think is going to happen with with Ketch and Mary, I don't know, man. It might be good, it might be terrible. I have no idea. I'm just excited to see what the end result is and how he's going to handle Mary, who's the same age as when she died years ago when the kids were, when Sam was a baby.
Yep.
Like, you know, it's going to be nuts.
30 years have gone by.
Yeah, and she looks
great. The same. So, hi, what do you think?
Oh yeah, you're right, Mr. Honest. Chuck is hanging with the sister, but you know what I mean? Like the fact that we were able to get rid of him. I mean, he came back, but like, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no. Well, okay. Hey, let's be good. You've been so good tonight, pal.
Yeah, he's been my best friend.
Snaps. Okay, don't do that though. They're gonna yell at me. So, all right. Anything else? Any predictions you have for? Any predictions you have?
No,
for the next couple weeks.
Well, since we're off for the next couple weeks, it looks like I think I'm gonna hope that after being reunited with Cass, that they might find a way to wound Diagon instead of kill her, and then they have to actually go into full hiding, and then we'll probably get, because I don't know how many episodes we have left. Does that make sense? I don't know.
It's 18 and there's 23.
Okay, so we still have a few. I know, buddy. I know. We're almost out here.
Yeah, so we have what? 18, 19, 21, we had 18. So 5 more episodes.
Yeah, so I feel like we'll probably
it's going to go straight through right now too, isn't it?
You think so?
Point?
No more fillers?
More break.
Okay.
I think.
Mean, yeah, because I don't know if they're going to give us like 1 or 2 more monsters of the week and then go into it, or if we're just going to straight through plot for the next 5 episodes. It could. I have no idea. But if we decide to go with a filler, I feel like they'll wound her, and she'll go into hiding, and then we'll have another monster of the week, and then go back into the story with Crowley and Lucifer.
It's only 5 more episodes. How can they? I mean, it's crazy how they can cover so much in an episode. So you're right. They definitely could have 1 more monster.
It's 40 minutes. I don't think they will, but if they do, that's where I feel like it would go. Or they could still wound her, but we'll just focus more on Cass. Not Cass. Yeah, Cass and Crowley, the two there.
Because we have to see what's been going on. We don't know what's been going on with Cass at all. We knew, obviously, he went up to heaven, but the exact details of what he's been doing up there, and if he's been maybe trying to get back in the good graces, and we're obviously going to need to find out what the minions are doing with Crowley and Lucifer. And this cute guy here, my little monster.
Yeah, my monster's running around here somewhere.
All right, well, we will see you guys on May 4th. 2 weeks from now. We're sorry to be missing you. Alexis, where can everyone find you?
So you guys can find me, especially in the next 2 weeks, on ATorres890. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, Facebook. Smoke signal me, ATorres890. You will find me there. Definitely keep up with me there, because I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing a bunch of shows right now. I've got Attack on Titan, Into the Badlands, Sense8, Face Off, Supernatural, The 100, Archer. So that's 7 shows right now going on, and there's still more to come.
Yay!
So,
look at this girl.
Yeah. So,
and she's planning a wedding.
And I'm planning a wedding, which you guys have been super supportive of. I really appreciate it. So, but yeah, catch me on all the platforms right there.
Catch you?
Ah! Ha! Dang it! I was trying not to pun. Son of a gun.
Hey guys, this is Lyndsey here. You can find me on all things social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Lyndsey Wegner. That's LYNDSEYWEGNER, or my blog, lyndseywegner.blogspot.com. If you want to follow this little nugget of love, he is at Rutherford B. Hayes Wegner. He's also attached to all of my stuff, so you can find him too. He loves friends. And thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great little mini break, and can't wait to talk to you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Happy Easter.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.